So this one time I was in Paris. I wish I could begin all my stories that way. It was probably a little after 7 o'clock when we arrived at the Gare du Nord train station. So we'd been on a train for a couple hours, we being myself and my boyfriend. But it was January, so it was already dark. The first thing I noticed was the complete sense of disorientation that I had. I do not speak any French. I can say bonjour, au revoir, merci, oui, and I've pretty much exhausted my French vocabulary. Neil spoke a little more French than I did. He took French in school, so he could understand it and read a little bit, but he wasn't as fluent as he used to be. We basically didn't know any French, and we weren't sure where our hostel was. We had decided that we weren't going to take the metro and that we were going to walk because we looked online and it was only like a 20 to 30 minute walk from the train station to the hostel. So we figured, hey, how hard can it be? Now keep in mind at this point that we'd been traveling pretty much all day since very early that morning. We left a friend's house in Manchester, took a bus to London, and then immediately got on the train to Paris. So we were getting up to 12 plus hours of travel by the time we finally arrived in Paris. I very much want to appreciate this experience because Paris is one of the most beautiful places in the world. It is a cradle of culture and art and love and all these good adjectives. And as we stepped outside, we realized it was snowing, which in any other circumstance could be nice. Neil's got his bag on wheels and I've got my big old traveler's bag on my back and it's heavy and I'm tired and I don't want to carry it and I don't know where we are. And then I realized I'm a little afraid. I've gotten all these notices from people about how you have to be careful in Paris and how, you know, people might try to steal from you and you have to be very aware. And like, I had only been in Paris for like 10 minutes and it was dark and I already didn't know where I was. So that was a little bit alarming. And thank God for Neil, because we never would have got there if it were up to me. I was just not having it. I am not a direction person. You put a map in front of me and I get lost with a GPS map. It has arrows on it that tells you where to go. I don't know. My sense of direction is not my strongest trait. And so here we were, walking in the snow on these really dark streets that we have no idea if are the right streets. We think they're the right streets. And so we're traipsing along and every single person looks like a robber and every dark alley looks like a place to be murdered. And I'm afraid that we're never, ever, ever going to get to the hostel and we're going to die on the streets of Paris in the snow. That is not what happened. Valiantly, despite having to deal with my curmudgeon-y self, Neil got us to the hostel. And it was like finding the best thing ever. We saw the place, we went inside, and it was so beautiful. It's the nicest hostel I've ever been in. It's seriously gorgeous. And there was food, and our room was warm and beautiful, and it was just the best. So that's the time I got lost in Paris. Are there any times that you got lost or had some bad travel experiences? It was a good trip overall. Well, thanks so much for watching and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye!